This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, discounted prices, miniaturemarket.com. Hello my friends, it's the Game Boy Geek here. Today we're going to be rolling, chucking some dice on the table, and hoping that we get the ones that we really want. Because today we're going to be filling out some score sheets, we're going to be trying to do some arithmetic, we're going to be trying to puzzle our ways in different numbers and different slots. We're talking about Qwinto here. This is a game 2 to 4 players, really quick, takes about 15 minutes to play. I think it's a follow-up to the game Qwix, which was a Spiel des Jahres nominee. And so let's take a look. I'll show you how it's played. I'll see you on the other side. Qwinto comes with 3 dice of 3 different colors, orange, purple, yellow. It comes with a big stack of score sheets, 4 pencils, and it comes with the rules, which I bought this on Amazon, and it came from overseas in Germany, so it has German rules. I had to print out my own English rules, but you could probably learn how to play it by watching this video. Essentially what's going to happen is each player is going to get a score sheet, a pencil, and then we're going to start the game, and one player is going to start as the start player. When it's your turn to be the roller, you can select 1, 2, or any 1 or 2 or all the dice to roll. In this case, let's just say I select all 3. I will take these 3 dice and I will roll them. What I'm trying to do over the course of the game, now this is a community dice pool that everybody's going to be able to use. Now, as me as the dice roller, what everyone's trying to do is completely fill up their rows from left to right, purple, yellow, and orange if possible. Now, with the trick being, you have to have the lower numbers on the left and the higher numbers on the right. It has to go in order from left to right. Each of these rows have to do that. So what we're doing here is we add these up. So I have 3, 4, 5, 6. So I could put the number 6 in either the orange, purple, or yellow rows because those are the dice I used. If I don't like this, I get 1 chance to re-roll, and then I roll this and I have a 10. So now I have to write, if I'm the roller, I have to write something now, and it's a 10 if I can. So here I'll write a 10, maybe I pick a 10 to be, I don't know, somewhere like right here, okay? Now other people that did not roll, they don't have to take this number. I have to. If I can't or don't want to, I can mark this off as the roller. This is going to be minus 5 points at the end. It also starts the end of the game, which we'll talk about later. So these dice will be passed to somebody else. Maybe that player just grabs the yellow and the orange, and they roll it. And they say 10, and they go, yeah, I'll keep that one. Again, now that since I'm not the person that rolled, I can choose to take this or not. Now, here's a good example, because here's a 10. Now, I already have a 10 in orange, so I cannot place another 10 here. Orange up here has to be something greater than 10, and down here has to be something less than 10, but it's 10 exactly, so I can't put it here. But I also can't put it here, because you'll see that there's 5 spots, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that has a column that has all 3 colors in it. And in these columns, you cannot put the same number on any of these. So I can't put a 10 here because I already have a 10 orange. I can't put a 10 here because I already have a 10 yellow. But since I didn't roll the dice, I could just skip this round and not have to play it. The other player may have done something. So it's my turn again. I roll all these 3 dice and I have an 8. Now, here I could just write that 8 in right here, as you see, because it's purple. And that's fine. I also could have maybe put the 8 here, because if this 8 wasn't not here, I could have put it here because this still fulfills this. I also could have put it, if I wanted to, anywhere down here because it's less than 10. But let's just say I stuck it here. Now, if there was already an 8 here, remember, you can't put an 8 here because you can never have the same number in any of the columns. And so in this case, I would have put an 8 there. And just knowing that the rules is you can't have the same number in the same column, and you always have to go lowest to highest from left to right in each of the rows. Now this will continue until one of 2 things happens. Either any one player completely fills up any 2 of the colored rows, or one of the player ends up marking off all 4 times that they failed. At that point, the game ends and we go to final scoring. Let me show you some more about that. Now here's a score sheet from one of the games I've played, and remember the game ends if anyone gets all 4 of these things crossed off from the minus 5 failures, or any 2 of the rows. In this case, I finished purple and I finished orange, so that became the end of the game. Now what we do is we end up scoring this. For any row that's completely filled with numbers, and remember they're going from left to right sequentially, and that's right, then we take the number all the way to the right. That's 15, so I get 15 for orange. For yellow, we notice I have a missing number. If you have at least one missing number, the points you get are the amount of numbers. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 numbers filled in, so I get 8 points there. The purple row is all the way filled up, so I take here, that's 15. Now, you see these 5 different pentagons. In the column where there's all 3 spots, there is a pentagon in one of those. Now, you take the point from that if all 3 are filled. Now, remember, obviously, never in the column can you have the same number. So here I have 4, so I wrote in 4 here. Here I have 7, I have 7 there. This one was empty because I had an empty circle here, so I don't get those 8 points, so I just crossed that out. Here I have an 11, and here I had a 15. Now right here you would minus the amount of minuses that you have here. You'd minus 5 for each X that you have. And remember, you got an X here when it's your turn and you rolled and you can't place anything. Or you don't want to. There's that, and then you add it all up and there's 75. And if whoever has the most points at the end is the winner. All right, well there is Qwinto. I really like this game. If you're looking for those quick dice games that you can pretty much introduce anybody to, but still has a good amount of thinking there, this game is awesome for that. Now, I recently reviewed Rolling America, and that was a game similar to this where you're rolling dice and you're writing things down and you're doing some planning and stuff like that. And I saw Suzanne from Board Game Breakfast was tweeting about this, and I asked her, she says, yeah, I like it about as much as Rolling America. And I'm gonna say about the same. I really do like this as much as Rolling America, which is a really good game. They're just different, and they're different enough that I can have both in my collection because they are so different. Now, I have not played Quicks yet, which is supposed to be a little bit simpler, a little bit easier, not as much meat to bite off in that game than this. I still have not played that. But with that on the side, if you're looking for a quick dice rolling game, this is fun. There's good decisions to make, but yet it's simple. I love this. You're picking out how many dice you're going to roll. Which dice you're going to roll. You're going to roll. Are you going to take it or you're going to re-roll it again? You got to take it. Sometimes you're going to have to fail some things. Do I take things on the player's turn? Where am I putting them, left to right? I got to make sure that my columns don't line up. I'm trying to make sure I maximize the number in those pentagons while getting in the columns. I mean, it looks like super simple, and it is, but yet there's a good amount of depth there. And I love games that are simple with a lot of depth. My depth to complexity ratio is great on this game, which is why I'm keeping it in my gaming library. So for that, I'm going to do a saxophone serenade to induct it in my gaming library. But if you're looking for a quick, easy dice game, this is one to get. Now, I did buy this off Amazon because it's the only place I could find it, and it came from Germany. There's no English rules in the box, but you can find them online on BoardGameGeek.com in different spots. Maybe actually, I think I found them on the publisher's site, the German publisher's site. Downloaded them, printed them out. But if you watch my video, you pretty much know the rules. But anyway, awesome quick dice game. I'm really hoping that somebody picks this up and brings it to North America for a wider distribution. Maybe even change the graphic design a bit. Maybe even throw a cool theme around it. Who knows? But Qwinto is one to look out for, and it's a lot of fun. This video was sponsored by Miniature Market's Review Corner. The Review Corner features podcasts, video, and written game reviews by gamers for gamers. Miniature Market, the online gaming superstore. Thousands of board games, discounted prices. Check them out at miniaturemarket.com.